Alright, I am picking up where I left off. That last video got really, really long. You can hopefully put that last one on ×2 and get through it. Otherwise, I'm going to have to redo that video. I'm going to pick up where I'm left off. Right here, we have the current price of gold. We got all that. And it says, create a function that returns a random mood of an animal. Dog, cat, or whatever. So I will say print. And I want to get I need a mood for an animal. So I'm going to come over here to this function side. This is where we created our random functions for random greeting and stock price. Now we want a random animal mood. So we'll say DEF. Let's do cat mood. And we'll make some random moods. Mood is equal to, what's a mood a cat could have? Sleepy. Another one might be hungry. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Copy this. Sleepy. You know what? We'll make an array. This is going to be smarter if we make an array. We'll say moods. Let's make an array. Array would be smarter. Moods is equal to square bracket. The cat could be sleepy. It could be hungry. It could be playful. It could be, oh, what are some other ones? Sleepy, hungry, playful, nice, or lonely. Is that how you spell lonely? Oh my gosh, I wish I knew how to spell words. Yeah, I guess that it just looks weird. Could be mean. Cats are always mean. I guess that would be more like angry. Okay, whatever. We'll go with that. Alright, so how many different moods do we have? We have 0 for sleepy, 1 for hungry, 2 for playful, 3 for lonely, and 4 for angry. Alright, when we call the cat mood, we want to know what the cat's mood is, so we're going to return the cat's mood. Alright, so we have an array here that is a bunch of moods, right? So sleepy, hungry, playful, lonely, and then you see that I did one with this one has no S on it. I'll make it two different things. So mood is equal to moods square bracket, and this is where we're going to choose one of those numbers, either 0 through 4. So all we have to do that is we can use random dot rand range. What do we do up here? Random range, or I could do rand int from 0 to 4. Alright, this is going to return the cat's mood. Let's see if this works. Run, print. The cat's mood is, comma, and now I can put the cat's mood in there. So where do I get the cat's mood? I have to call the cat mood function. Cat mood, and I need to also call the library first. So see how the function's not yellow? So I have to say r dot, which goes to the library that we made, and we'll say the cat's mood is cat mood, and then run. What is your name? Ren. And the cat's mood is hungry. There we go. All right. And one more. Create a function that receives a gold stock price and an amount invested and returns a profit or loss based on a random event. On random events. Okay, so we already have a way to get a stock price. Right there. This returns the random gold stock price. So we need a function that is going to take a price, a random stock price, and how much we invested. So let's ask the person how much they have invested. So we can say invested is equal to input, and we could say how many ounces of gold do you have? I'm also going to add I'm going to add an extra line right here so it doesn't get in my way. All right, so invested is going to be equal to how many ounces of gold do you have? And this needs to be a number, integer. So we're going to convert that into a number. And let's design how our function's going to work. Well, we need to send our function. Let's see, stock returns is what we'll call the function, stock returns. And it needs, let's give it three things. Let's give it starting price. Let's give it a amount invested. Is it 2 M's? It's one amount. Amount invested. And then finally, let's give it ending stock price. Okay, this is how we're going to set it up. Okay, so we're going to have a function that's going to be called stock returns. It's going to take a starting gold price, how much we've invested, and an ending stock price. And then it's going to return how much money we've made. So it's going to tell us, this will tell us how much money we have made. All right. We probably want this information on the other screen too, but let's make our function. We'll say print, and we'll just say how much we made, right? So we're going to say print you made this much on the stock market today, comma, and then our function here. Here's our function that we're going to create. Now remember, we haven't created this yet. All right, so we're going to have to do r dot that says call our library, call our function. This is a pretty big one, isn't it? So this one is our library. This is our function. And the starting price. Where do we get the starting price from? Well, we could just use this function that we created that gets our stock price. So we can do a random, that's a random gold stock price, and a random ending stock price. This is so long. And an amount invested. The amount invested is going to be this one, invested. That should hopefully shorten it up. I can move this over. Can you see it? All right. We could just add this on a different line. Let's do that. Print. All right, so I've got 2 lines. All right, the part that's going to get tricky here is you got to count your number of parentheses. Make sure this one has a set. This one has a set. Look at that. There's a bunch of sets of parentheses. Let's make sure we get it all. Stock returns. I'm just trying to organize here. Library. function, library function. So this one gets the gold price, vested, and gold price. All right, so if you're paying attention to what's happening, right there. All right, if you're paying attention to what's happening, this generates our random gold price up here, right? That's that number. And then this one also generates the same, it gives another number. So if you call it twice, it's going to generate two numbers. It'll just be the starting price and the ending price. And this can be how much the person has invested. And we want to just print this out. Okay, so we're going to get two numbers, a starting price, an ending price, or three numbers, starting price, ending price, and how much is invested. Let's get going on this function. We got to get this one to be a little bit faster than the last video. All right, so stock returns is what we want to call the function. I'll come over here. My function is going to be called DEF, stock returns. We have three things: start price, invested, and ending. So we have a starting price, ending price, S price. This is a number, how much they invested, and this would be an ending price. I do not know why that is not blue. Maybe it'll turn blue. There we go. Because of my colons, I guess. Ending price. All right, when we call the stock returns function, we're going to want to take our starting price at what we invested it at. So we'll say initial investment is equal to, so it's going to be this amount times this amount. So what is our starting price? So our start times how much we invested. So our initial investment, our profit is going to be equal to our initial investment minus our ending investment. Actually, it's going to be our ending investment minus our initial investment. Let me finish doing that. I'll do the ending, initial investing, ending, initial amount, ending amount is equal to ending times invested. All right, let's do it like this. So it's going to be ending amount minus our initial amount. All right, then we want to return profit. All right, so that is a lot of calculations. I'm going to make some notes for you guys right here. So this is starting amount, no, initial money put in, that's probably more helpful, and then money taken out, difference between put in and taken out, and then sending back profit earned. Let's go. This function takes gold's starting price and investment amount, and returns the profit gained if the price goes up or down. Okay, so when you're doing stocks, you basically, or any investment really, if you purchase something, you pay for something, you pay for it at the start, and however, and in the case of like gold or dollars or whatever, you would purchase like so many coins at a certain price. So this is like how many did you buy at what price? So that makes up the initial cost. And then at the end, whenever you're ready to cash it in, how much was the ending price of the gold and how many did you have? And then the ending amount. So whatever you ended with, whatever the difference between those two things is how much profit you made. So, wow, that was fun. And we used two functions in this. We took our random stock gold price and we put it in here by calling it over here. So let's see if this function works now. Run. What is your name? My name is Ren. And he says the current price of gold is 1970 cents. The price will probably change whenever it gets down here, so it's going to do two different prices. But either way, how many ounces of gold do you have? Let's say I had 10 ounces of gold. It says you made this much on the stock market today. Oof. I lost $2,671. Now, it's kind of a mystery as to like what the prices you got. So we could write a little thing just so we could see whether the prices went up and down. So I could do stock price. Let's do this. Start is equal to this. So now my starting price is start. So I'm going to switch this out. And then my ending price is also the same thing. Ending. Oof. Okay. And then let's make a print statement. We'll say print. You bought, and then the amount. How much did they invest? How many? You bought this much at this price. So start. And the ending price was ending. So your net was this. And then it's just going to print it out down there. We could do that. We could grab this whole thing and stick it in there. Save us one line. Comma. Or I could say profit is equal to, I'm going to move that over there. I don't know if I'm going way too fast for you guys. You can pause it once it comes to where you want. So I just grabbed that thing. Okay, so this is our return. This is that function we made. The start price, the ending price, and the amount. Let's see what this looks like. I'm really curious. What is your name? My name is Ren. How many ounces of gold do you have? 10. And now it says you bought 10 at... Let me get rid of that space. And I need to get rid of this space. And I need to get rid of this space. And I need to print out the profit. Let's try again. Ren, 10. You bought 10 at 1,710, The ending price was this. So their net profit was 718. I don't like all that. So I'm going to round it. If we go look at this one over here, we can see the rounding. Where's our rounding at? Rounding. It's like round comma 2 or something. Round, yeah, round 2. Let's go back and do that. We'll say round that amount by 2. Run it again. And of course, oh, I deleted one of the ending ones. Ren 10. You bought 10 at this amount. The ending price was this. Your net was this. Cool. Your net profit is I don't know. I like doing stuff like this. I'm going to do plus sign there, string. All right. Run 10. How many ounces of gold do you have? I have 10. Maybe I should say how many ounces of gold would you like to buy? How many ounces of gold would you like to buy? Okay, so it says, how many ounces of gold do you have? 10. And it says you bought 10 at this amount, and the ending price was this amount, so your net profit was this. Isn't that fun? I like doing stuff like this. I don't know, you guys probably think I'm crazy or whatever, but that's how you can use the return function. It's really helpful because the amount that you got, you sent back, like the actual number, and you were able to use it in other functions. Alright, so that's the end of this video. Hopefully you guys learned something. There will be questions at the end in the week 3 folder, so you can answer those to get your grade. Have a great day.